This is CTN's Youth Club. Then welcome to the program CTN's Youth Club, where they come out tonight with Mount 12, Fabi College on FM 107.3. CTN Youth Club na program where they look at different issues them where they affect young people in the country and also can discuss on the issues in there. Inside the program today, we look at the Progressive Youth Organization Sierra Leone, a youth organization where don't they mentor and try for our best and way for help young people in the country. And for help me talk about this organization and the thing they do in the country, I got it me inside the studio, the acting public relation officer for Progressive Youth Organization Sierra Leone, where na Alfred Fatoma. Alfred, welcome to the program CTN's Youth Club.
Good afternoon, sir. Thank you.
Now, let me look at the Progressive Youth Organization Sierra Leone. Somebody go on for know what in this particular organization they about.
Well, the Progressive Youth Organization is a volunteer organization we're full of young men and young women in society. And we also try for capacitate youth building for make them be a role model in terms of nation building.
You say another try for make them be part of nation building. That word in a big word. Somebody with a listen you go on from the what you really try for portray here.
Well, we all know that youth now the actual we get for play key role in the society. When we talk about nation building, youth we are the leaders of today. And if we are the leaders of today, we actually for be a role model now with society. We for serve with society. And that's now the Progressive Youth Organization they about.
Now, let me look at some activities they want to do for you brand the lives of young people in the country. What don't they do as an organization?
Well, as an organization, since we formed in 2016, we don't organize mentorship programs them. In terms of seminar, adult workshop, therefore engage youths for make them be a role model now in society.
You talk about mentorship program. What it entails in this particular program?
Well, in terms of mentorship programs, now for engage youth on how them for choose their career path, because many youth today can actually can confuse for choose their career path. But through these programs that we organize, where we can get some experts them, where they do well in their own career path, where they can go give a talk. And that can motivate the youth them for become somebody as well as that people that way they don't admire through that program.
Now, let me look at the lives of young people in the country. We don't see we are in, and they don't associate violence with young people in the country as a whole. So, as an organization, what you don't they do for make sure say and raise the awareness of young people in terms of this violence issue we can associate them with, so that they will get a rating and see how best they could frame from some of them things they are so we can associate them with.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, as a youth, we know say the key reason why youth can involve in violence is about unemployment. So if you check the history, waiting caused the rebel war in this country now because of unemployment. So as an organization, we can organize, program them with a call on youths and try to tell them, say, if you become a self-employed somebody, or if you're not able to become a self-employed somebody, find somewhere outside you go become a volunteer. That's go keep you busy, because there is a saying, an idle man is the devil workshop. So if you youths then be engaged in something, I believe they're not going to actually involve in short riots or any form of violence in this country.
You talk about self-employed. What is self-employed? What did you try to talk about here?
Well, during we past programs them, we get some members them around we are in them get a skill, right? And also we can train some people there where they can attend with programs and about skill training. We get members them in the organization where they can make this local soap them, right? They make them, then go sell them. And that's now a self-employed. And also these slippers they go buy slippers, then put that beads in there, then they sell her out. And then in a form of self-employed. That's no, they go for anybody, get for in local language we say konani, get for konani to anybody for say this na I sell for today or this na I do for today. No, everything they do now you owner, now you own the business, and now you know how they run your business.
Somebody with the listening go say this issue of self-employed very important when you talk about youth, because it's like when they engage in something where at the end of the day they find out for say just like our stated earlier the issue of violence, then go be free from this violence. So how not going to go as an organization for make sure so now raise this concern or now raise the awareness of young people and for make them at least engage in this self-employed way at the end of the day go help them?
Well, we don't engage we colleague youth through we seminar programs that we organize in the past years. Then also we can also engage them on the social media, and also we can go out there because progressive youth organization, you can either engage your colleague youth in person or in group. So we can don't engage with colleague youth in person, then also in group, and try for sensitize them that you need for become a self-employed. If the market job not there out there, you create one for yourself.
Continue for the with me inside the program. A name na Alfred Fatoma, Public Relations Officer for Progressive Youth Organization. And inside the program today we will discuss on the organization, which they do, and how themselves from the help for make sure say they rebrand the lives of young people in the country. When they make the program with you, my name is Alhaji Jackson. Yourself can be part of the program. By way, I go send you text message on 078330167, 078330167. Now, I come to you again, and Fatoma, you don't talk about self-employed. We say this now one of the activity where and the Progressive Youth Organization they come up with for make sure say they engage youth them out there, for make sure say they try for brand the lives of young people out there, because by doing that they find out for say when they engage, when the minds engage, they find out for say they're not going to think for go do something where they affect them. Now, apart from this self-employed way when they design for young people, what's again what don't they do for help young people in the country?
Well, we don't actually engage youth in various platforms, in social media, then also in person. Then as an organization, it's rather unfortunate that we did right now on a time where nobody think of that because
COVID-19.
The COVID-19 early this year, where we get yearly planning. They plan for come up with a program wherein we try for see that youth that within we community or certain community, because we don't begin do that visibility studies day. Usai actually we for organize a program wherein, for example, for target that get to youth them, because most of the time people can always take and say people that way they not ghetto, now people that way they idle, they not get nothing for do. So as an organization, that's how we focus areas for try for bring a program wherein we will see that ghetto youth and they get involved in terms of nation building.
Targeting the ghetto youth them. What's it really on a plan towards them?
Well, we plan as an organization now for we come up with a particular project wherein therefore involved in some skill training, because that's now be the part of our agenda for this 2020. But based on the COVID-19, it don't slow down that program day. But still we there on the track, after COVID-19, we know that we go still do what we want for do.
Now, let me look at the people who are the target, and apart from the one who in the J2, who's young people who are the target?
Well, as an organization, since a youth-led organization, we dey cater everybody within the youth age. Either you be a ghetto or not a ghetto. Since you dey within the youth age, we still a target for we.
Continue for the with me inside the program. A name na Alfred Fatoma, the public relation officer for the Progressive Youth Organization, Sierra Leone. And don't forget to listen to the program CTN's Youth Club with the Commerce Navigate Montreal for the college on FM 107.3. And made the program reach you, your name is High Jackson. Continue for the part of the program. Now, let me come to a mentorship program. When I forget inside this month. What in this particular program they about?
Well, this particular program is about youth mentorship and leadership mindset online training.
What's the main focus of the thing?
Well, the main focus as the theme goes that youth mentorship and leadership mindset changing. So we main focus now for try to see that youth for become a key role model in society, and youth for see themselves as a leader, because most of the time, sometimes people they think say now only when you become a president or when you head an organization that makes you a leader. No, even when you now your community, you're a leader.
So when this program therefore come up?
Well, the program is a 3 days program. It starts on the 14th this month. That's August, the 15th and the 16th.
What's really not the theme for this particular program?
The theme now youth leadership, youth mentorship, and leadership mindset changing online training.
Let me look at the people who are the target in the program who are forget. Whose people are the target?
Well, we target anybody within the age of youth. As we all know that the age of youth now from 15 to 35. So we target that people that they between that age.
Now, I know say this particular program, we're not going to forget this mentorship program, now the second edition. The first edition, we don't get time before. So, which impact this particular program don't create in the lives of young people in the country?
Well, thank you very much. Well, for the reason why we come up with this second edition, because of the first edition, the success of the first edition. The one that when the parts of the first edition, he attests to the fact that they may really get a nice session wherein they try for ask if they will get a short privilege back for make them get a short conversation for meet with the facilitators of that program, because the first session be wonderful, and some of the participants that will be there at the first session, and they also recommend that we need to get another one so that they will know more, because the first one will be only 1 day. So they say that 1 day they not enough. So now make as an organization and through we program coordinator, it thought it fit that we need for organize another one where it will be a 3 days program.
So whose activities are in this particular program going for capture?
Well, the program they actually capture in the areas of youth, are you for be a self role model in society, then how you for think about your mindset changing, because we know that the mindsets and they lead plenty youth astray. And if you get a positive mindset, you do positive things. If you get a negative mindset, you do negative things. So NIMEC will come up with this program, and in terms of mentorship, leaders they do great exploits in terms of their own career, or try for explain youth and motivate youth that this life na a process and I stage. So then get for give their own experience how they come about till they end up for become a successful person as they don't be today. So now the program they about.
Let me look at the amount of people they want to target. Taking into consideration we are still at the period of COVID-19. How many youths don't have the target for this particular mentorship program where the progressive youth organization going to come up with?
Well, basically we not get for meet as in person, so we not get any amount of number in our target line. If we for the meet I all, like for example, if we sell American corner, we forget a target line. But since the online program, any amount we get for that particular program, you're welcome.
Now free then can do them, or una can ask for money.
Well, we programs them even to the past and the present. All the programs what they do now free. You know they pay for that.
So how una don't go out for synthesize youths them for create the awareness or make them be part of this particular program, since and una can get a lot of activities where at the end of the day, if youths then go through the activities and it will help them so much and rebranding their lives in a different society in the country.
One, we don't engage with colleague youths them and advertise the program through social media like WhatsApp, Facebook. And secondly, the key reason why I did now also now because of the program. So I believe through this, but also people who will not know go actually know about the program. The one already listing out there.
Any registration and how somebody will be part of the program?
Well, the registration day, and for you for be part of the program, you already listing me now. You go dial this number 076857131. That's the number for the registration for the program. Just save them as PYO. PYO means Progressive Youth Organization. Send a message that you listing through Radio Montorial, then you get this number. And the one way they in charge go actually add you to the group because we don't already create the group.
So when we look at the speakers, we're not going to forget on that particular day. How many speakers do they get?
Well, for now, we don't get up to 5 speakers them, and we get some of them are Nigerians, and we get to his sister when a Sierra Leonean with the UK. He also a facilitator for that particular program day.
Continue for the with me inside the program. A name na Alfred Fatoma, na the acting public relation officer for the Progressive Youth Organization Sierra Leone. And when they make the program with you, your name na Lahai Jackson. Yourself can be part of the program by way I will send you text message on 078-330167. That might come to you again, Alfred. Let me look at somebody with a listen. You go one for B, part of the Progressive Youth Organization. How somebody will be part of the organization?
Well, for now, it will be very difficult for make you be part of the Progressive Youth Organization, because now we already get membership. The only way, if you want to become a member, because every year we do an evaluation, so then can send the message out on WhatsApp and Facebook. We are into that message when you apply, then you become a member. But the starting of the year, now always they do the reshuffle for membership.
Now, when they start this program here, so what you really would for expect from youth them at the end of the day?
Well, the key thing will get for expect the people that way they don't begin register now participation, because when you participate during the program, because the program they start at 7 p.m. and it will end at 11. So based on your participation, that will motivate the speakers them for give more materials. So all we need now your participation, give you time on that particular day.
You dey talk about giving material based on waiting. Whose materials are not going to forget to young people?
When based on the topics where each speakers get for handle.
Now we look at the role of the Progressive Youth Organization Sierra Leone. Waiting around the door in the fight against COVID-19.
Well, since COVID-19 entered into this country, that now inside March, in April, as an organization, we do a sensitization in some communities, like we target Mambela, Dovecot, then Susan Bay. We go there, we sensitize the people and within they within that community they and issue out a face mask as well.
Issuing out face masks, we still lay in the COVID-19. Waiting more the organization don't do in the fight against the disease.
Well, as an organization, we still do the sensitization. As I earlier on say, Progressive Youth Organization, you can either do in person or as a group. So, as a person, we can always sensitize with colleague youth that therefore always put on a face mask whenever they're in a public gathering, then also for observe the social distancing.
But they see young people some young people they abide by some of the incident. As a youth ambassador, if I can say, what you want for say to them out there?
Well, my advice to my colleague youth because some people as a person, my interviews that I can get with my colleague youth, we can discuss. Some say the corona way they salon is quite different from the corona way the USA.
Why many kick out that thinking there?
So because of their own belief. But me want for say to my colleague youth out there for say corona na corona. We not get America corona, we not get Italian corona. COVID-19 na COVID-19. So the best thing that we idea to waiting the World Health Organization don't say. Put on your face masks whenever you're in a public gathering, and also always wash your hand with soap and water or use hand sanitizer as well.
Continue for with me inside the program. In name Alfred Fatoma, in the public relation officer for the Progressive Youth Organization Sierra Leone. And don't forget to the program we're listening to now CTN's Youth Club with the Commerce Navy Mount 12, Fabi College on FM 107.3. And maybe they make the program with you. My name is Nalahai Jackson. As well, go tap for the program as we go in for the news summary.
This is CTN's Youth Club.
Welcome back to the second half of the program, CTN's Youth Club, ready to come out in Mount 12, Fabi College on FM 107.3. Inside the program today, we host the Progressive Youth Organization Sierra Leone, and for waiting they do for help for brand the lives of young people in the country. And for them forthcoming in mentorship program, we don't go forget inside this month. And for help me talk about this particular organization, I get to me the acting public relation officer for the Progressive Youth Organization Sierra Leone, Wayne Alfred Fatoma. Alfred, welcome to the program for the second half of the program, CTN's Youth Club.
Thank you very much, sir.
And me, when they make the program with you, my name is Nalahai Jackson. You can be part of the program by way you send me text messages on 078-330167, 078-330167. Now, Alfred, let me look at the youth in the ghetto. Earlier on, they say one of the activity of the Progressive Youth Organization that una can go na them places there, so people can call this them place there, so hide out. Una can go and try for talk to them for at least for me them come up and engage themselves for do something. We go help them in a society. We go make society and receive them wholeheartedly. So I know say you don't interview some of the youths there, so what are some of the reason we can give, we make them can go to them places there so for go do?
Well, based on interview as a person, people or when we can go also as a group, when we can engage with colleague youths when they can then at the ghetto. Some can say actually now out of stress, some because of family issues, so that can push them out for good day, another place and day. So basically not that.
So apart from the stress and then the family issues and where they highlight at some of the things that we can make, then they then ghetto places so we can call hide out. Now, waiting at the advice one can give them at the end of the day for able for motivate them, for me them left them places and they and go and engage themselves and something at the end of the day we will help them.
Well, we advice who can give them is that they need to go out there and try for engage themselves in terms of finding a job. But sometimes when you tell them that also they tell you say no job no day for we out there. And so then can say when if you job day we ready for get out of this ghetto. But even when they can't tell we so for let we stop what they do. We want for do job but job no day. So now some of the things them back with them can tell we.
Now you know say as one of our objective of the organization of our try for at least to make young people and self-reliant. You know, see at this now the time now we una for coming as an organization for help them for make they able to get basic skill. Where at least if they're able to engage in them and they go help them for make them come out from them places and they.
Well, in terms of organizing programs, as an organization, the number one thing you need for get funding. And now as an organization, we not get any fund yet from any other big organizations them. Because progressive youth organization and non-government organization. So we now go start for do something and then at the end of the day, sustainable because we want to do something way sustainable and the only way we go do something way go sustainable now when you get a fund or you get a donor partners where you go try for be part of the thing they want to do as an organization.
Now this issue of job don't it be let me say an alarming issue. Whatever organization you interview or whatever youth advocacy you interview, you will tell you for say one of the reasons why make young people them can they not treat or they involve in violence or they do things where they make and people in the class them the way not supposed to class them don't they be a talk of the day. So as somebody with a youth advocacy, what really you feel to say the government for do in this particular direction?
Well, as a youth, we advise to the leaders within the out there is that the need for create the job opportunity for youth. Because when you check Salo history, waiting cause the non-reason war. Because up to now, people they say they don't understand waiting cause the war. But other school of thought say the other reason where they behind why make we get that J6 now because of unemployment. Because many youths be unemployed and the one way them be get the manpower, then try for confuse them and then try for involve in short activities. So as a nation and as a youth, we don't want that thing for repeat itself because all over the world right now is about 66 million of youths where then they right now out of job. So we just others afternoon for encourage we youth leader now this nation for please try for open the platform then wherein youth then will get engaged.
We see some effort of the government by opening this car wash and then we see youth farm and then other things then where the Ministry of Youth Affairs don't they do for make sure say they engage and young people in the country so that at the end of the day there's too much of violence wouldn't the year could be curtailed. So what do you feel to say again the government for do apart from the thing in the way don't they embark on for make sure say reduce the issue of unemployment amongst youth in the country?
First of all, I want to commend them for wetin they try for do. Although we dey take and say the process is still slow, because
make you una dey take and say the process
because
still slow.
the process is still slow in the areas of example, for the areas of the farm. We know that there is a registration, and in that registration, I know I'm for say something now, but we just hope and pray that the registration will be open for youths wey actually not get job by now. Right, so I want for recommend them for that, and they actually try. But please, when the platform be open for every youth in this nation.
You will talk about fundraising on a major challenge in terms of executing your activities for young people in the country. What moves on don't do for make sure they are able to secure fund. So at the end of the day, we are able to come up with programs them where youths can engage.
They say we don't the rights with proposal for sending to that big organizations them, so that they go able to fund some of we projects them way in line.
Continue for the with me inside the program. In name na Alfred Fatoma, in the acting public relation officer for Progressive Youth Organization Sierra Leone, and don't forget to listen to the program CTN's CTN's Youth Club where they come out Saturday Mount 12 Fabric College. Me where they make the program with you. Me name na Lahai Jackson. Yourself can be part of the program by where you could send a text message on 078330167. 078330167. Now, let me come to use them way at least then get that basic knowledge. What's a basic knowledge here? It means they're able for read and write. Some don't graduate. Some not get job at this particular time. What do you feel to say therefore engaging in this particular period?
Thank you very much. Well, that area they sometimes are the most difficult area for talk on, because we get some people because of their degree, they look at the wages or salary in certain organizations them. But my advice to colleague youth, you don't graduate, whenever you look for a job opportunity, not try for look at the wages. Just try for go out there and engage yourself. So na my advice to now. Then secondly, if you see say you don't apply in so many organizations, then apply now for organization for make you be a volunteer. So through that, sometimes you go become somebody in that organization. So instead of for you for sit down lonely always or involved in other things them, we know they give a good result in our society. Me all advice, go out there, be a volunteer now certain institutions them, or you be a self-employee. Be creative, think out of the box. Then you try for do something wherein at the end of the day, people within your community or as a nation will benefit from you as well.
Now you mentioned and volunteer. This particular issue also I think we young people now find them very difficult for engaging. Some of them they go with the perception for say I don't go learn and then I don't come down, I don't get my degree, I don't get my diploma, I don't get my paper. For again for go volunteer for a particular institution, organization without getting anything. They can find them very, very difficult as a start. So how important this issue of volunteer be to young people, like especially the one them we don't get in paper?
Like POS don't also now volunteer for Progressive Youth Organization, right? The thing will go help you more as a volunteer person in any institution, that they build you up, right? For make you become bold, or either for make you not go forget some of the things that way you don't go learn at your institutions. I think by volunteer in some organization, you become self-reliance. I mean,
in office in other area than the way the Progressive in youth organization for him back on for self-best, then go try for at least engage young people them and try for explain to them the importance of volunteer, and then waiting go benefit them, and so that people or young people them not go with the perception for say and for volunteer nominate anything in life?
Well, NIMEC as an organization, we dey come up with this with mentorship and leadership mindset training, because all these they deal with the mind. If you think that opportunity not the outside, opportunity the outside. Now you just need for think out of the box and get out of your status quo and go out there. The opportunity there.
Okay, continue for the meeting inside the program. Named Alfred Fatoma, in the public relation officer, acting public relation officer for the Progressive Youth Organization Sierra Leone, and me will make the program with you. My name is Nara Jackson, and the program we listen to on CTN's Youth Club will come out now at Mount 12 from College on FM 107.3. Now, Fatoma, let me look at and the objective of this particular mentorship program when they come up with as an organization. What's the objective?
Well, the key objective is that now for build the fellow youth in terms of nation building, for ginger them up and for make them see themselves as a leader, because every man we born of woman, you know, a leader. It only depends on how you handle your own leadership.
How not only see the response of young people in terms of be part of this particular and mentorship program what they for come up with for young people in the country?
Well, they respond on a positive, because in the first edition we get close to 200 people then where they actually partake of that program. So the second edition, the registration still on. So we don't see many people they send the registration.
Again, which one don't put in place for young people within the provinces, because we they talk about and Sierra Leone, we have to consider the one within the provinces. We get youth them out there. We then self need them kind of privilege. We then self need them kind of programs there. So for me, them go through and then and see how best they're able to change their life and in different communities. So which one are put in place for young people within the provinces?
Well, we can answer your question. Well, that's in our online program. We know say anybody where they Makeni, they Kono, they Mashaka, then they Bo, they Putloko, they Cambia, or any other parts of this nation. We know say since we get Android phone, you get WhatsApp, you actually can be part. And also the program is not only about for Sierra Leoneans. We also get we foreigners where they part of the program. We get people that then they from Liberia, Cameroon, then Nigeria, then Ghana as well.
They for link up with the program.
Yes, they already begin register.
Now you talk about saying that anybody will get in phone, smartphone, go able to be part of the program, but and how don't go able for no say this program they start so time and that's so thing for go through for making be part of the or participate during the program. Which one don't do towards that?
Well, we don't actually do the publication through the social media platform, and we are in the registration number already today. Then even the people that we then get for the speakers already they don't tag them already.
That one we can do we can get a different speech during the program.
Yes.
And waiting and get for talk on.
Well, we then get for talk on the areas of youth career path, then also entrepreneurship, then also leadership, something. Yes, leadership session as well.
Now, let's look at this entrepreneurship. We're very important for young people. How far the organization that they go for make sure say young people are involved. Some don't know really waiting this what they are so mean, or how long they're able for implement this in their life. We at the end of the day go help them so much.
For make you become a entrepreneur simply means somebody will own business, or you will want start business we owned by you, not to anybody own that business day. So as a youth-led organization, we want for educate we colleague youth them, or say for be an entrepreneur. The most challenging, we know that the most challenging thing is that at the capital, yes, but you can start with any amount. It only depends on the type of business we want to do. So now make we dey come up with this program for educate we colleague youth them how you for become an entrepreneur.
Continue for the with me inside the program. I go on the text message box and see some of the text message. This one say thank you very much for short and indicative program, Mr. Presenter. I want to ask and Mr. Alfred, how can someone be part of this particular program? This will come up from Abibatu say with the text from Kisi Road. And this one will go with Mr. Alfred, what is the fee someone can pay to be part of the program? And this will come up from Jaya say. This one will go take a gauge. They say entrepreneurship is very good, but some of the youth in Sierra Leone lack that particular aspect of entrepreneurship. How can the progressive youth organization help youth in the country to adopt this issue of entrepreneurship? And this one come up from I started to say with the text from Commander Farm. Now some of the text messages and the way don't come in, might come to you in Alfred. I know say go on for comment in some of them.
Well, I want to say thanks to the Texas them for sending short and important message. Well, for respond to the way we say how it will be part of the program. For be part of the program, take this number 076 857131. Just send a message to WhatsApp because the program now WhatsApp we do right now online program, and for answer the last person the text message we is sent. The program not to a gathering program now on WhatsApp we do so the only thing no more way we they encourage you buy it up and whatever company sim you they use, just subscribe and then you get your data so you will be part of the program.
And then somebody say how the progressive youth organization go help young people them for able to understand and practice this issue of entrepreneurship where we earlier on they talk about.
Well, if you want for actually understand and how you for become an entrepreneur, be part of this program. We will start on the 14th, the 15th, and the 16th this month, August.
As we wrap up with the program, now we watch out and the organization as a whole. What do they expect at the end of the day for this particular entrepreneurship? Una for canting young people. What really una know say una get una fixed goal. Una they watch out. We say we una go to say at the end of this program here. So one for thing. Una don't outline anything. Una they expect at the end of the day.
Well, the thing what they expect are implementation, because anything in life, even if you do university after you college, waiting you parent they expect from you now. Implementation in the sense, go out there and start for work and
putting in the implement.
So whatever thing they learn in that particular session, right, be it on the area of career path and the area of entrepreneurship, then the area of leadership training. So we expect the participants them of that particular program for implement some of that thing and the way they learn.
Now we come to the issue of monitor. How naga for the monitor them when they don't participate in the program as an organization? Because go just go you talk about implementation, which is very good, and after we don't train them, they expect from them go implement. How naga for the monitor them for say what we can train them youth there so they really put into practice, they really implement them.
Well, mentorship now a process. It only depends on the individual now if you actually want for be strong in that particular thing where you don't get. So the number one thing when me go advise me colleague youth them where they go on for be part of that program day. After the whole session, if you able to get contact with one of the facilitators, then it become a mentor to you, or it become a tutor to you, so that through that, whenever say you dey get a constraint, you go able get a talk with them. So since the online program, it will be very difficult for make we mentor some people them within, because of the distance as well.
Now they get the names them and then number them for at least after the program in terms of this particular monitoring. Una try for call them, una try for ask them how they do, and they what they do towards within the online, because if una go train them and then at the end of the day they're not able for competent to practice, they're not able for put them for implement them, at the end of the day we'll find out for say that the program will organize them and then not able for hit to not go.
Well, as a youth, waiting me they advise me colleagues them. If you don't be part of that program, they no say past person message you or past person begin ask you what you do. You think of yourself. Ask yourself the question, why I be they part of the program? And after the program, waiting I don't do. Now some of the things that we expect we colleague youth them for always they ask themselves whenever you get short opportunity.
Apart from this mentorship and then other things they want to do for young people, what's within again the organization that they do?
Well, as a youth organization, we don't actually one earlier on I don't say during this COVID-19 we do some sensitization at some community about this COVID-19 on how people them for take the precaution measures them for try for drive COVID-19 away now this country, because none of we nobody actually think of this year we will get a short disease like this. And also we are a charity organization, so early this year we distribute food to the less privileged them, and also we also go distribute food items now one particular orphanage home within our Wellington Coca Street.
As to the wrap up, what will be your message to young people out there?
Well, I want to say thank to everybody who listening this program, and I encourage you for please be part of the program, and you not go regret them. The number for be part of the program now 076857131, or you message this number 077365500. So you will be part of the program. And my last word now, I want to say your life they na your hands as a youth. Your life they na your hands. And you know to a failure unless if you get somebody where you still the blame.
You talk about your life day na your hand, which you try for portray here.
Well, in essence, when I say your life day na your hand, whatever thing you do today, anything where you involve in, now the result you get forget at the end of the day.
Okay, in name na and Alfred Fatoma in the acting public relation officer for the Progressive Youth Organization Sierra Leone, be there inside the program CTN Youth Club. And may make the program with you, my name is Jackson. In case you miss part or the entire program, listen to the repeat broadcast on Sunday in the evening. For today, I want to say tata for now.
This is CTN's Youth Club.